One of the things that you brought up today was something you called Alberta's manufactured identity. I was wondering if you could talk a little bit about that, explain what that is.
Well, my argument is that this identity, so-called, of Albertans as right-wing, self-reliant, big champions of free enterprise is actually inaccurate, and it has been explicitly manufactured. And starting in the 1940s, when Ernest Manning was reinventing social credit, to be more in favor of free enterprise and so on, he had to reinvent Albertans as well. And so the image of Albertans of themselves is that they're self-reliant, that they're champions of free enterprise, that we have this frontier spirit, and we're different from the rest of Canada. And this was the goal, to sort of carve out Albertans from the herd and elevate them to some higher plane, because those people in central Canada who were constructed as the other were sort of socialists nuzzling up to the top. And so in this way, identities are social constructions, right? But this was an identity that was manufactured because it was politically expedient.
For political gain.
Yes.
And what is the danger in buying into this identity?
It's inaccurate, and it's very useful for a government. So, for example, if people really believed that this was all true in Alberta, that we don't want social justice, that we don't want equality, one of the first things that would be a victim would be the healthcare system. There would be privatization of healthcare, because right-wing people want minimal government. They don't want government to interfere in the economy. They don't want them to interfere in our lives. They want to pay low taxes and so on. So if that is the way Albertans really are, how come government has been so big? The very government that was talking about, Lougheed, he called Alberta the last bastion of free enterprise in the West, because he was surrounded by NDP governments. And he was much more interventionist in the economy than any of the other prairie provinces that had NDP governments. We bought an airline in Alberta. He started up this energy company that was in competition with the private sector. And yet, the rhetoric was all about free enterprise and small government.